Jason from Denwerks. I got something really cool today. Stanley's digging it. He loves going camping. But this is a super cool rig, 1981 Ford F-250 custom that was converted at Coachman back in the day. It's a Caper XL 2000, and it is really cool. It came originally as a two-wheel drive. A friend of mine found it last year and converted it to a four-wheel drive. So this is full-blown four-wheel drive, transfer case, the whole 9 yards. Even the 4x4 indicator works on the dash. So one of a kind, 100%, and you're not going to find another. But this is a spectacular rig, and the first time I ever saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to have that. And the title is in our name. I wish I could take credit for this machine, but he built it. We're selling it for him, and it is just a really cool rig. It's got a Warren winch on it as well. Everything works inside. It's very capable. It's got a factory six cylinder, factory 4-speed manual, which is wild. So just a really cool rig. It's pretty light as well, and so it's not really heavy and stuff. The awning is a Marty's awnings. She does stuff for vintage camping trailers and stuff. I don't have that as tight as it should be, but it is really windy today. But if I had it tightened up a little bit, it would be better. The two poles on the outside are your ones that you can move up and down. The one in the middle is not. I made that, but I'll see if I can find a correct pole for you for that as well. It's just kind of a timing thing, but and then I'll have some rope. I'm using a real thin wire, so when you stake that, you stake it in the ground, and but I'll have wire, and I'll look for a pole for the center. But anyways, really cool. If you ever need help selling anything, let me know, and we'd be glad to help you. Stanley is finding a spot on the little rug. Of course, he wrinkled it up. He wasn't supposed to, but he's looking in the air like, no, I didn't do that. That's Buzz and Chester. Leslie and I, Mrs. D and I, Leslie, are little stuffed animals, but they're not real, just so you know. If you need any help selling anything, look us up on our website. It's denwerks.com, W-E-N-W-E-R-K-S. And we'd be glad to help you find a home for your classic. So we've sold over, I don't know, it's like 390 something on Bring a Trailer here so far, and it's really been a fun time and getting close to 400, so it's very cool. So I'm just going to walk around and just show you some different stuff. I'm not going to run anything inside. Just want you to get a good look and see exactly what it is and see if it's for you. And everyone I show this to just goes nuts. They're like, oh my gosh, that is really a killer rig. So we'll just walk around the front and work ourselves around the back. Does run and drive really good. It feels really good on the road, honestly. Six cylinder, has a lot of torque, and the 4-speed works great. All the brakes have been gone through. It's got Bilstein shocks on it. Actually, no, they're not Bilstein. They're KYBs. You can see there. If you'll notice the front end, you'll see the axle. The rear wheels are from a super camper, but they've been widened to take the 305 16-inch wheels, BFGs, or I mean the tires. And then up front, it has 15-inch, and they're BFG mud terrain TAs, KM2s, or KM3s in the back. These are 33 by 10.5 by 15 LTs, and you can see it's got locking hubs as well. But it was just a perfect storm. It was an easier conversion with the half-ton front end. But you're not going to do, you're going to do some off-roading, but you're not going to be doing major off-roading and stuff. So it's not like you're going out to the dunes and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So this is just a cool rig. So it's got 3/4 ton running gear in the rear and half-ton up front. But custom F-250. I saw it before it was painted, and it was actually pretty decent. It just had very worn paint on it, but he thought he would go ahead and paint it. This is the factory color, kind of a, I don't know if they called it an 81 Wimbledon white, but this is a Wimbledon white. The camper part, the motorhome part is all original paint that I believe. The only thing that's been changed to accept the bigger wheels, he had these made in this little flare. So it was actually a really nice rig the first time I ever saw it. But we'll just take a look at the body. The paint's real nice. The rig's not rusty, and it's just very clean. Mirrors look good. Taking a look at the interior real fast. That's bone stock 1981. I think my grandma had her couch done in this material here. It's just great. Look at the dash. It's just amazing. Inside the door jambs look good. Everything looks really nice, all the original spot welds. Take a look at the door panel. Look up underneath here. You see these little orange things here? When it was new, I think they call it Z-bar. This isn't rusty right there, it's just a little surface there, but there's no hole or anything. Yeah, little rip right here. I think it's called Z-bar or Z-Bart. It had rust inhibitor put inside the rockers and everything, so I see that on a lot of rigs. Take a look at the fender. You'll see a little bit of a wear right there. Probably where they buffed it. Can't believe Stanley's being so good. Brush guard up front, Warren winch, all working. We'll pop the hood in a minute. The grill looks good. You'll see a little bit of wear right here, like in the corners. A couple little wear spots on it. Grill looks nice. Hood looks nice. The paint that is on the front of it, that is original. That little spot up there, bird got us out here. But that is original paint across the front there. He did have the top completely sealed professionally, so he took it to a place that does RV stuff and had the top sealed. There was some leaking around some of the vents and things through time. I mean, you got to remember this thing's, I don't know how old it is. Almost 40, I don't know, it's 40 something years old, 42 or something, 43 years old. So that's going to be common. We've done a lot of vintage campers ourselves, and they always have a little bit of something. So same with this one. You can see here, he didn't paint this section here. So that's what the paint looked like without the chips. It was just kind of fading and stuff. We are dealers here in Oregon, and so we kind of run into a little of everything, but mostly we do vintage cars and trucks, and we have a lot of good times with them. So I was really excited to get this one. Again, it's got an Oregon title. It's titled as a Coachman. Since we are dealers, it is sold as is. No warranties expressed or implied. So just have to put that out there. Door panel looks really good. Inside the doors, right here, Coachman Industries, original tag. Underneath the doors, they're excellent. Door jambs are nice. He didn't paint the door jambs. Original Ford tag. This is something from an ID from Coachman as well. If you look at the interior, on this side looks really good. We believe it has 54,492 on it. I mean, it doesn't look like this thing was hardly ever used. I don't have any documentation to back that up, but I believe that's true. You can see the dash. This here, it does roll down, but it's very stiff. I wouldn't pull that down. You can see someone kind of Bent it right there on the cardboard. A little hole right up here on top of the seat. And this one here is missing 2 buttons here. And it wasn't till today that I found the other 2 buttons. So those actually could be put back in. You could probably do it at home, actually, if you know how to do a little bit of upholstery work. But the interior is just amazing. Very, very nice. And you can see here, this pops back. So if you're sitting in the driver's seat, you can walk back there. Not while you're driving. And come back here and your passengers can do the same thing. Windows are all original as well. You can see it's got a luggage area up on top. Very nice. There's your drain down here. And then you've got gas tank front and back. Oh, water connection, or not water connection, but your plug-in. Then if you got city water, right here is your, let's see, I forgot what this one was. This is your propane is in here. And then this one here is your hot water heater. Body's really nice. Very nice. There's a ton of pictures on the auction. Make sure to use the auction pictures and the comments. Bring a Trailer's write-up, the video. You can call us and we'd love to help you. So just use all those as tools for the auction. You can see a little paint is off right here. And you can see up there, there's 2 little plug holes. I don't know if they got punctured there or not, but they're plugged as well. I probably have a little bit of touch up. I can probably touch up that for you. I can mix something up that would be close. This tail light here, I think, has a little break in it. Compared to, no, it's a little tab. You can see that it slides on there and clicks. And this one had broken off, so there's a screw in there holding that. There you go. You can see right there. Right there, if you don't have city water with a hose, you can fill this portable water tank up. And you just pull that out. You just pour water in there. It's got a tank in the inside. Exhaust for the propane. Regular plug-ins. This is the back of the refrigerator, venting, light. So overall looks really nice inside here. I'm going to take a look at the inside real fast. So you can see there's a little hooky thing there. That just clicks in like that. And then you got your screen door with the pass-through. We used to do a ton of camping when I was a kid. My grandparents had a Chinook motorhome, actually 2 of them, but they were both really cool. The one of the Chinooks looked like this, and then the other one, it kind of looked like it looked like a big fish, actually. It was very, very cool, but I spent a lot of time fishing and camping in that. Take a look at the shag carpet's perfect. Love it. It's got a little bit of areas where it's sun bleached, but overall it looks good. Has seat belts. It actually has seat belts in the back too. You'll see pictures, but if you flip up the seats back there, I don't have them showing right now, but there's seat belts. There's 2 on each side, so there's 4 back there. If you take a look at the interior, very cool. And then that way you can just, like I was saying, just hop down there and get in the seats. This here flips back, so you can make a bed, ladder, and I show a picture of it. The ladder just goes right here. So that's a nice size bed, actually. You can see the roof here where some of the staining was. Some of the D-lam had happened. but in real life it looks cleaner than it is. But you could paint this if you wanted up here, but a lot of this happened because these vents start leaking. And again, he has had it done. You can see there's a curtain right there that goes across as well. Get you a look at the dash from here. We'll start it up too so you can hear it running. Stove, traveler stove. And you can see another quality product by Coachman. The stove works and everything in the oven. Magic Chef refrigerator. Table back here, and then the table lifts. I can't do it with one hand, but it's very easy. It just slides out of those two little clips, and then it ends up laying right here and here. The leg flips up, and then you just fold the seats down. I think I can see, let me see here. Oh, there's seat belts. The seat belts are on this side, but they're tucked a little bit farther back. You can see right there. You can see a little bit of, it's just a little bit of the coating on the outside of the wood. It's kind of funny because they use real wood and then they put a finish that looks like wood on top of the wood. That's just the way they did it. I think they do it like that still today. Two sinks, cutting boards. You can see these lights have some little cracks in them. And I think the way these are set up, this is on battery, and then this light works on. You can see that's real fragile. I think that light works when you have it plugged in. Thermostat, little closet. I know you've been waiting for this. Bathroom. Toilet and shower. And just like any fancy hotel, conditioner, shampoo, and soap. Very cool. That one's run off battery. Let's see if this one's off battery too. So very, very cool. Very, very clean inside here. So I'd love to take this camping, tell you the truth. Stanny, don't let me fall on you. So we'll go ahead and fire it up real fast. There's a lever inside. This thing does drive really, really nice, and you would be surprised. It's actually pretty light for what it is. I forgot the measurements of how long it is, but you'll see it in the auction. Again, it is no reserve. Top bid will get it. To open the hood, there's a little, you push down, a little lever there. You can see there the engine. Original 6-cylinder. Supposed to have a little tube, not a big deal. I'll see if I have one. And then there's a plastic tube. Well, it's kind of like an accordion looking that would go up here, and it's missing there's a little piece that goes in there, a little plastic thing, but not a big deal. It's all factory and stuff, but that's easy stuff to get. I just didn't have that stuff here. The batteries are in good shape, but the main thing in here I want to look at is no accident damage. Very, very clean. Little steel wool. That's funny. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what is that? I thought it was a mouse at first. Brakes are all done. So it's got brakes up in the front, back, and then it's got a new master. Everything was flushed. A lot of stuff done to this rig overall. So let me go ahead and start it up. Make sure it's in neutral. Maybe I'll hit the gas once or twice. Seat belt light. there. It's a little cold. Let me warm it up for a second. See the oil pressure. Reads good. 54,492. Turn the wipers on real fast. Wipers all work. You can hear that switch. Gas tank.
Well, this is the kind of situation that requires adjustment.
Radio works. I don't know about the tape deck. See it running here. So hopefully that gives you a good look underneath the hood. Seems like the idle just needs to be turned up just a little bit, but very good running rig. So Mrs. D and I are gonna go ahead and hop in it. Take the canopy off first before I take off, and we'll take it and drive it around so you can see it running or driving. Again, this is no reserve. Top bid is going to get it, and it's a really cool rig. We might have an option, you know, you can have it shipped as well if you want to find a shipper that will ship this. I was talking to my friend, there might be an option where he may be able to deliver it to you anywhere in the US, but I'm not sure exactly costs on that, but I'll let you know if that's something he can do, or best yet, fly in, drive it home, and do a little camping. That's what I'd probably do. So anyways, thanks for taking a peek, and we'll see you at the end of the auction. Hey, here we're driving around the Coachman. It's super nice. Super fun to drive. I was gonna sing that song, was it?
Is it a camping?
Mountain Home, Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Country road.
Yes, that's one.
Take me home. Okay, that's enough for me singing.
But here you can see all the gauges are working, oil gauge and speedometer, all that stuff's working. Temp gauge is not reading where it probably should be up here in normal, so I don't know if the gauge is malfunctioning a little bit. But you can see the gas gauge, everything works. Horn, blinkers, the wipers. Oh, I didn't tell. You can see the blinker right there, and the one over here, I believe. So even the four-wheel drive thing turns on when it's in four-wheel drive. So it's really cool. You can hear the heater turn on and off.
Open forum, the speed line's open.
And I believe really cool. I have a tape that we can. I've got a little collection of tapes that we can send with it.
Okay.
If the tape deck's working.
I saw one of your tapes was White Snake.
Hey, if you want White Snake, I think we have a Vince Gill too.
Okay, cool. Very cool. And so we're going to do a little driving around, and Leslie's going to video for us, and I'm probably not going to do any burnouts today. So I'll try to be real good.
He has been known to do a burnout in a Ford truck before. Just
I always
saying.
say I'm not going to do it, and then I'm like, oh man, I got to do it.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what happens.